Hello my Pinkee pals, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel if you're returning. My name is Alicia, my friends call me Pinkee, and today I'm going to show you how to create 25 different animals using the base circle that are cute and super easy. All you need is some paper and a pencil or whatever it is that you like to draw with. Grab your favorite drink and let's go. So, for my patrons, I have created some printable sheets with step-by-step instructions just like this one here. You can follow along, you can trace, practice your own, reprint, try again, whatever you like. If you would like the link to my Patreon or my Ko-fi, you can check that in the description. Otherwise, let's get to it. We're going to start with the bugs. We're going to use my pink. I am going to use my Inking Studio 6 pen. That is the size 10%. We are going to start with a bee. So I'm actually going to keep this shape the way it is. I'm going to create some curved lines at the bottom. And this is going to be for, obviously, the stripes of the bee. I'm going to do 3 of them. And they don't need to be perfect. In fact, doodle art tends to not be perfect. So that's kind of the best part. And then we're also going to do just a little stinger at the bottom. He fits very nicely into our little circle. So next we're going to give it some cute little wings. I just like to give mine like some little floofer wings, whatever that means, I don't know. And then we're also going to give it a little antenna here and a little antenna here. You can do all kinds of things, that's just the way I want to do it. We're just going to give him a cute little face. So I'm going to give this bee maybe a little bit of a different face. There, I think that's pretty cute. He's a little bit confused. Moving on, we're going to do another bee because I just like making bees. This one's actually going to be looking down. Again, we're not going to change the circle. I'm just going to do the stripes here. Then, of course, a little stinger. And that's the first step. And because he's looking down, the wings are a little bit different. So I'm actually going to draw them kind of big and put them there like that. You can obviously erase the stuff in between. And then I'm also going to give it some new little antennae. And again, those are just kind of like half moons almost. This little one's just looking down. I'm going to give it like a look of like, I don't know if I like that. For the snail, this is going to be the one that breaks out of the circle. It's still going to be in the circle, but it's not going to be the same. I'm going to essentially take half of the circle and it's going to create part of the snail shell. So I'm just going to start at the bottom and then I'm just going to go and make a circle. So instead of doing all the circle, which actually, I mean, you could, I'm literally going to kind of like cut across. And again, you can go as crazy as you want type thing, or you can go bigger. That's the fun with the snail. It doesn't really matter what you do with it. For the head, we're just going to do like a half moon shape, a 3/4 moon shape, almost a circle, I guess is what that might be called. Good job, me. And then like a little sluggy kind of a thing, or a snaily kind of a thing, I guess. And then all that's needed here is eyes, give them a little mouth, and some antennae. And the nice thing about the antennae, they can all be kind of interchangeable. Next, we're going to do a ladybug, and it's going to be like a downward. So again, this is going to be a circle. And you can color that in if you like. You can do as many dots as you like. And we're going to give him some little legs. So I did 6. I don't know how many legs a caterpillar has, but they're just little. These ones are half moons, I guess. Half crescent moons. I'm just going to have them poking this way. We're going to create his head. The next one we're going to do is the spider. And we're just going to do 2 arches like that. Again, I'm going to give it some legs. The only difference is this one gets more because it's a spider. It gets 8. And I always kind of, when I draw spiders, I always put like 2 in the front, kind of like little hands. I don't know why, but I think it's cute. We're also going to put a little bump there and give him some webbing. All that's left here is to give him a cute little face. I have him smiling and I'm going to give him one little tooth, a little fang. There we go. That's how to draw those ones. I think what we're going to do next is maybe start with kind of like pet animals. So I'm going to start with a little mouse. I actually really think this is cute. I've drawn a few mice, even though they do terrify me. So we're going to start by putting its little, like its chin. And I will say my mice are a little bit more pointed than most of my characters or animals. So you'll see what I mean. I'm going to do just a little arch here and then again on this side. Now remember, the circle is somewhat still part of our design, so if it doesn't meet, it's fine, because we know to trace these lines and go all the way around. So next, I'm gonna give him some cute little ears. Now I make my mice have kind of big ears, I guess, and then I have them come up like that. So just kind of ovals on the side of their heads. I always give them like a little ear tuck and then a little floof in there. I'm all about the floof. It's cute, right? And I like to give them big eyes. Here we go. I think that's really cute. To top it all off, I like to give it some little whiskers. I really like that one. Next, let's do a little kitty cat. So we're just going to bring it in here. We're going to do a little bit more of a scoop. And then I'm going to leave the top, so that's going to be part of its head and little ears. We're just going to do little triangles. And I mean, mine are a little bit wonky, but honestly, I love that. Next, we're going to work. So because this is a cat, I'm going to give it a little bell. So we're just going to really follow the line that we've already made, but stay within the circle still. Just like that. Like a little collar. And then we'll put a bell. Next, we're just going to give him a little face. I think he turned out cute, actually. Really cute. Okay, next we're going to do another cat. So we're going to start by doing another curve. I kind of brought it all the way down. I'm hoping that it'll give me the option for an arc. Good, it did. Because I want it to kind of scoop down like that. At the end of these, I'm going to give it some whiskers. And you can do as many or as little as you like. The thing about whiskers, too, you can put them everywhere. They can be coming out of their eyes, their ears, their head. Whatever you like. We're going to give this one slightly bigger ears, still kind of triangular in shape, and still doesn't matter if they're wonky or not. I'm also going to give an inner curve. Just like that. Okay, this cat doesn't have a little bell. What it has is a little face, and it's going to be adorable. So we're going to do, I call it, it's kind of like, I guess, the tuxedo cat. This is what my cat looks like anyway. Well, one of them. So you kind of just make a wavy line. I'm going to kind of straighten that out a little bit because I do want mine more in the middle. Going to go like that. Give it some nice big eyes. Cute. Okay. Next we're going to do a little puppy. And again, I've got two different dogs because why wouldn't you? We're going to start again with a little bit wider because we kind of want it like a nice round face is what we're kind of going for here. But not too round. Sometimes the perfect round is too much. So there we go. We're going to draw in ears. So the ears are going to be triangles, but they're going to be pointing downwards. So they're also going to be rounded, of course, but like this. And I fill mine in. You don't have to. Again, these are fine if they're a little bit wonky or they're kind of like not facing directly like exactly where they should, because it's cuter that way. We're also going to create a larger triangle at the bottom beside a smaller triangle. Goes like that for a little bandana. Then we're going to give him a cute little face. And then up down here for our bandana, you can do whatever you want. I'll do some polka dots because I think that would be cute. Kind of looks like a pizza, but there we go. Okay, next we're going to pick up where we started, or pick up where we left off with more dogs. So this one's also cute, but we're going to go outside the circle for this as well. So we wanted to have kind of some cheeks. So we're going to start here, go out a little bit, and then come in a little bit. So you have an lips again. And we just want to smush it up a little bit more. And remember, this is all a guide. So if you are like me and you come over a little bit, that's totally fine. That's where I want it. You can just delete or erase if you're using a pencil and paper. Okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. Then on top, we're going to round out the top a little bit. Like that. I don't want it exactly like the top, but pretty close. Like I want it not perfectly round, but pretty round. Okay, so then next we're going to do the ears on this one. They're a little tricky, but you start out basically coming up and you do a loop. Okay, and then you join with the head and give a little bit for the inside of the ear. Wonkiness doesn't matter. It is just a doodle. For this one, I think I'm going to give it a little collar though, because I don't want it to get lost. So we're going to go like that. Just follow along with the circle. And then very easily, we are just going to leave it as is. And finally, we are going to give it a face. and a little bit of character. There we go. Oh, it's cute. Next, we're going to do a little bunny. So again, we want the cheeks a little bit bigger. So we're just going to go outside and back in. Very subtly. And like I said, you can always come over. We can always fix it. Okay, we're going to go like that. Maybe. Well, I wanted to bring that down just a bit. So I'm going to just go like this. There we go. It came over a bit too much there. I don't like that, so I'm going to get rid of that. And then for the top, I'm going to leave it as is. And at the very top, I'm just going to put a little nub. Next, we are going to work on the ears. So I think the first one I had the ears up. I'm going to put them down this time. So we're going to do the bow. The bow you could do a couple of different ways. You could go just kind of basically a rounded triangle like that. You can change that up a little bit and make it a little bit more fancy. Whatever you like. That's what I'm going to do, is make it a little smidge fancier anyway. Put that in there. The ears are going to be another curve and they're coming down. So you could also make them go up, but in my case, I'm going to make them go down. Then we're also going to give them a little bit of an inside as well. Alrighty, so I'm going to give mine a little bit of a tuft at the top, just because I feel like it's like she's wearing her hair in a ponytail. I don't know. Little eyes, not super big. But I am going to give her some eyelashes, because she's adorable. A little bunny nose. And then I'm going to give her a nice big smile with some little bunny teeth, which I think is really cute. Next, we're going to do a bear. The nice thing about this one, you can color it in any way, and it could be all kinds of different bears. So again, we're going to start with a curve at the bottom. It's going to come up a little bit more than the others. We're going to leave the top. We're going to add the ears in. We're going to do one. Just a almost circle. Now you can do what I'm doing, or you can do the opposite. You can put them on either side of the bear's head. I'm going to put both of them on one side. I don't really know why. I like that every now and again. So that's what I'm doing. But you can totally do one on either side. And then finally, we're going to do the face. And then on top of her head, just to give her a little bit of razzle dazzle, we're going to give her some floof. So cute. I actually really like that. I think that's cute. Okay, finally, we're going to do a little fox. So here, the face shape is similar to the mouse, but it's not as big. It's a little bit, kind of swooshed a little bit more. So you're just going to do the bottom, and then you're going to do the top. Okay, so we're going to give it ears now. Their ears are very similar to like the cat ears, where they're triangles. They're just a little bit different. Although I will say you could probably do a cat ear the same. I'm going to join it up right at the end here. And then its face. So I'm going to put its little nose in the center. From its nose, I'm going to make two archways out. Here and here. Okay. And then two little eyes. And a little smirk, because he's a wily fox. Now, because it's a fox, I'm going to give it like some cheeky eyes. Next, let's keep with kind of like woodland animal vibes, and let's do a raccoon. So, the raccoon, again, we're going to round out the bottom. I say round out the bottom every time, but it's already round. We're going to slightly unround out the bottom, I guess. And we're going to give it its ears here. Now, its ears are triangles as well, but they're going to be small. This is where we're going to add its, like, mask. And then at the top, we're going to do a swoop with a little raz pizzazz there. A little floof for the head. Next, we're going to do its little nose. Give a little saucy look there. Give its eyes. And then from like the corner here, we're going to just draw little lines, because this is where its little mask would be. And that's the end. I think the raccoon's really cool looking. Okay, for the deer, again, fix the bottom a little bit. Most of these are just about modifying the face slightly. Then we're gonna give it some ears. The ears for my deer are always kind of like drawing leaves, actually. And then we do little horns. And then we're going to create its face. So we're going to do this very similar to the fox face, actually. We're going to do a little nose. And then from the nose, we're going to do an arch out. An arch out. We're going to create bigger eyes, though. So there we go. And then just a little kind of smirk. Maybe not so much a smirk. Maybe just a nice smile. Maybe she's not as cheeky as I once thought. Let's do a little bird. So for this one, we're going to work on kind of all sides of it. This is more, we're going to make the body more of a triangle shape than anything. So something like that anyway. Okay, so here we're going to give it a little bit of its like floofy birdness. So we're just going to give it a little bit of a whoosh at the top, and then of course its little tail on the side. For its feet, we're just gonna draw like little lumps, like it's holding on to something. And for this one, I think what I'm gonna do is make a little tiny face right in the center, because I think that's adorable, like a little peep. We're also gonna give it some little wings. Okay, next we're going to do a little owl. Again, we're going to bring it outside of the circle a little bit. Go, created any lips, but we're going to bring it down further and up further and in. We don't want it super big. There we go. The head we're going to point a little bit more, so not a lot, but it's going to be almost like an egg shape. And there we go. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create the little limb that he's going to sit on. There we go. He's holding on for dear life. Now he's all twisted up together. That's alright though. We're going to create his little face. There we go. Okay, sticking with the bird theme, let's do a cute little penguin. So for this one, I actually want to kind of like square out the bottom. So I'm going to do a bit of around here and a bit around here. We're going to give him some little flappers. And then his little feet are flippers. So we're just going to do a little bloop, bloop, bloop. It doesn't matter if they're both the same, pointing the same way or not. Again, it's a cute little doodle, it's fine. And then finally, let's give its face. Again, this is kind of like the fox again. So we're going to give it a bigger beak. There we go. Okay, next we're going to do like a little bit of a parrot. So this one is a bit of a weird shape. You're going to actually come off the bottom and you're just going to make a curve and join about halfway. That's his bum and where his little feathers will go. And then for the, I guess it's like the face, but it's the other side, we're actually going to bring it in a little bit more. So we're just going to do an arc there. And it's not going to be a lot. It's just a little bit. Like you can barely tell. And then of course the rest is fine. And then next we're going to do its little like tail feathers and stuff. And we're going to give him some feet. So you just make the 3 lines because that's what we're doing. And I just make them kind of square like, if that makes sense. And then the second one, you're just going to follow the first. That's that. And for the face. And then of course, a little wing. Next, we're going to do, probably like my favorite is the Kiwi. I think it's so cute. So we're just going to kind of bring in the roundness a bit on the top and the bottom. Not too much though. For the next part, we're going to add its face in. And then finally, we're just going to add the little bit of fuzzy. And then for its legs, I always just give it little, like, you know, chicken legs. So cute. I'm also going to give it a little wing. And then a little wing here as well. And then finally on this one, I can't believe we're already done this one too, is a chicken. So we're actually going to make this into more of a nest. So we're going to create a small little curve there, about midway up. And then we're going to do another one on top of that, and around, and whoosh, but maybe not so horribly bad. There we go, that's better. You might need to adjust kind of this part. And then we're going to give it his little wings. Okay. Whatever you call it, comb. And then finally we're going to finish off with his little face. Okay, our final one. So sticking with the kind of, now we're getting into like farm animals, I guess. We are going to do a duck next. So we're going to do similar to the nest, only we're going to start more halfway, and we're just going to do one arc. We're not going to take it out. We're just going to leave it in like that. The other one we're going to bring all the way around and join it, just like that. For his head, I'm going to flatten it a little bit. There we go. We're actually going to use the bottom as well. So we're going to give the top a little bit of a little floof. The bottom we're going to use is like the bottom of the bird. We're going to create little legs coming out of it. So I just do little swirls like that. And then stick the legs right out. And there we go. I think that's really cute. And then finally we're going to give him a little face. And you can also give your little floaty any kind of design you like. I'll do polka dots, because polka dots are kind of my thing, I guess. They're like my go-to when you need texture or a pattern. And a little nose, and I just think that's adorable. And then next we're going to do a cow. So we're going to keep the top of the head the same for the most part, and then the bottom we're actually going to give it some pretty significant cheeks. So we're just going to go like that. Maybe not quite that significant, but significant. There we go. And then I'm going to kind of join there, but flatten more here. Almost completely using the top circle, or the top part of the circle, but not entirely. So we're going to work on the top and the bottom. We're going to give it a little bell, just like the cat. So we're just going to put a little arc there, bring it up closer, and then a circle for the bell. There we go. Again, just a circle for the inside. A little whoop. On the top, we're going to give our cow like a little cow lick. So just a circle and then like a little flick. However you want to do it. We're also going to give it some horns. And then some little ears, which I just have stick out the side. And that looks pretty adorable. And then for its face, we're going to give him some cute little eyeballs that are pretty far away from each other. We need to put in the nose. There we go. The little smirk. I put a little line on top. And then because mine is going to be a Holstein, I need to put some little markings on him. And yes, we have had a cow before. A few. 3. And one was named Bessie. Next, we're going to do a pig, I think would be a good one. So again, we're going to give it cheeks. Get a little bit less. There we go. I'm just going to delete that a little bit because it's encroaching a bit. We are going to leave the top alone though. We don't actually need to worry about that. We're going to keep it nice and round. Next, we're going to work on the ears. So they're like a little flick. So now we're going to give it its little face. And that's that. Whew, onto our last one. So now we're going to do a horse. I'm going to do like a side profile. So we're going to do like we did with the parrot, and we're going to bring it outside and kind of make it look like a butt. It will not be its butt. Like that. Now for its head, we're going to go and make it less round here. Like that. Okay. Then we're going to put in the ear. We're going to do that. And then we're just going to add some nice little like curly hair. However you want to do it. I got a little carried away there. But there's its hair. And then where its nose is, we're going to give it its bridle. So there we go. And the nostril. Give it a bit of a smirk. And then over here, I'm going to give it like a little happy eye. Like, yes, here we are. And a little thing. And there you go. This one looks kind of weird. If you can't see the circled, I feel like, there we go. That looks a little better when you can't see the circles. I usually also stylize mine a little bit more so that the nose comes in and then it's more of a head, which you could also do. And if I do that, then I like to bring this part down. So there you go. A couple of ways to draw a horse. And that's it for this round. If you guys enjoyed it, please do let me know. We can do the second round and we will go into more detail on the other 25 animals. Thank you so much to my supporters over on Ko-fi as well as on Patreon. I really appreciate what you guys do for me. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Have a great day. Bye.